right. Let's do the old check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Might have to turn the mic up a little bit. Yeah, I might have to turn the mic up a little bit. Okay. All right, let's get suited up. Get my shoes on. We will get fired up here in a second. I'm just getting my shoes on, then I got to boot up the headset. In the meantime, what is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man Lincoln Clay. We are back for a live stream of LeMans Ultimate, and a day that some people thought would not happen is finally here. Give me a second. All right. And LeMans Ultimate has a new intro. So I will let it play through. All right. Fuji fixed. All right. We will get to the daily races here in a second, but before I do, the first thing I want to talk about is Studio 397 and Motorsport Games. Motorsport Games is the parent company of Studio 397, and as you know, Studio 397 developed LeMans Ultimate, and they are also the studio behind R Factor 2. For the longest time, I did not know who Motorsports Games or Studio 397 was. I guess some time ago they how do I forget? I guess putting it straightforward, I guess they angered a lot of the sim racing community because they bought several licenses. NASCAR license, I think the Indy license, and it looked like they were going to make separate games with each one of those licenses, and I guess that really upset the sim racing community. Now, I remember hearing about people being upset about all those different licenses, but it kind of went in one ear and out the other, because I think during the time that stuff was going on, ACC was my game at the time. So I figured as long as it doesn't affect ACC, then I really don't care about it. And I would probably say after years of playing ACC and dealing with idiots on that game, I finally started to like broaden my horizons and start messing around with other games. And R Factor 2 was a game that it had been in my library, but I don't think I tried it until like a year after I bought it. And when I tried it, I only played it for a few minutes. And then, I don't know, sometime after that, I came back to it and I really liked it. It started putting more and more time in it. And after I started, you know, playing around with the VR and stuff like that, and I was like, you know, this game looks and runs really good. I like the force feedback. The only thing was at the time I felt like it was it was a kind of older looking game. It looked a little bit old, but I still thought it was a good game. And then I discovered the mods on there, so yeah, I was starting to put in a little bit of time with R Factor 2. So as you guys know, or I like to think that you know, the 24 Hours of Le Mans has been my favorite race of all time for God knows how long. So the first time I heard of Le Mans Ultimate, already knew that I was on board with this game before I even saw anything. When the game was announced, I was on board right then and there, because I figured with a name like Le Mans Ultimate, the focus would be on the 24 Hours of Le Mans. That the 24 Hours of Le Mans, virtual 24 Hours of Le Mans, would be the crowning jewel of this game. So I was on board right from the get-go, and and I was like watching for the release. And I'd probably say a couple of months before the game was scheduled to release, they basically said the game wasn't ready yet, so they launched the game in early access. Fine. I mean, I think ACC was in early access for a while, and so was I believe so was Automobilista too. So when
Lady Gamer 1980 said, "Hey, I have decided to leave Jadic channel due to him calling me out on live streams about my opinions, and I'm fed up with him coming out with this woke stuff, and he knows I have mental health stuff."
Would this be Ice Queen Gaming under a new name? I mean, J-Tech's really opinionated. And when you go into one of his streams, that kind of stuff is going to happen. Whether he calls somebody out, whether somebody calls him out, that kind of stuff is going to happen.
Lady Gamer 1980 said, "Yes, that's me, Ice Queen."
Okay, how you doing, Dawn? It's been quite a while. So coming back to Le Mans Ultimate, I instantly fell in love with the game. I mean, I saw the game and I instantly got R Factor 2 vibes. So it was fine with me because I liked R Factor 2. And I liked this game right from the get-go. What bothered me was when they introduced their first DLC pack, how much criticism they took about that. And, everybody it was almost like they were looking for a reason not to like the game and was using that as a reason. It was like, oh, the game's okay. Oh, the game's okay, but I don't like them selling DLC while the game's still in early access. I mean, Automobilista 2, when it was in early access, laid out a whole roadmap of DLC that you could buy. And if you would have went through and purchased everything that was available for Automobile Lister 2 while it was still in early access, you would have paid about $200 for all that DLC. Nobody said a word. I mean, up until iRacing did that overhaul with the graphics and stuff like that, iRacing always felt like a game that was in early access. I really don't know, but I believe ACC started out in early access. Rensport is in early access, and nobody seemed to have a problem with that.
Lady Gamer 1980 said, I'm okay thanks apart from dealing with my mental health problems.
I'm sorry to hear that. Stay strong. You'll get through it. Rensport was, they sold that Nürburgring Nordschleife DLC while it was still in early access. Nobody had a problem with that. I'm trying to think what other game was in early access, but I think people were looking for a reason not to like the game, and they were just taking unfair criticism, and that kind of bothered me because, I mean, what do you expect them to do? Just keep pouring content into the game and you just get it for free? They got to pay for these licenses. So, like, using iRacing for an example, I think they charge quite a bit for their content. I'm willing to pay it. My only problem with iRacing is the subscription to even play the game. If something happens where my subscription gets canceled, then you lose access to everything you bought. I mean, this game here, I mean, if you buy it, it's yours. You know, and you can play it offline if you don't have access to the internet. So yeah, there was several other games out there that was selling content while it was in early access, and I just felt like the hate train was out on LeMans Ultimate. And while I believed in the game right from the get-go, I would see YouTubers, the game's okay, you know, it's okay, but X, Y, and Z, the DLC, and, you know, always pointing out about the financial issues with Motorsport Games. At one point, I believe they were up for sale. People were always pointing that shit out. That was bugging me. People questioning whether this game would even make it to 1.0. You know, people were kind of bringing up whether the game could, you know, possibly go under before it reaches 1.0. But hey, I mean, they kept pressing ahead with the DLC, and they were transparent the whole time. At least I believe they were. And whenever there was issues, they were Johnny on the spot to fix those issues, and it's still like that right now. Because I think the one thing that's going on with this game is, I think every time they have a major update, they get a new wave of sim racers moving on over to LeMans Ultimate. So I don't know, maybe it's a situation where every time this game grows, maybe the servers can't handle the influx of new gamers, and they have to keep expanding the servers. I don't know, but I feel like that's a good problem to have. And now here we are. LeMans Ultimate is regarded as the best game out there. And I mean, like, people like the Key 25, he is just like a kid in the candy store with this game. He can't say enough good things about this game. He absolutely loves it. And I mean, that's where I'm at right now. So I enjoy watching people who really like this game. I think it's safe to say that people like Jardier has made the switch that LeMans Ultimate is his go-to game. I think he still does ACC for league stuff and special events and stuff, and maybe to cater to his audience that are still ACC people, but for the most part, Le Mans Ultimate is his main game. So the success this game has had, I mean, Jardier even made a post on Twitter about their peak player count at like 8,600 players or something, and congratulated them and wished them much success. So so happy to see this game make it to 1.0. I believed in this game from the word go. I bought this game day one. Used the VR. The minute I found out you could access it, even though it still needed a lot of optimization, I was still using the VR because I love the racing VR. Kept my eye on it and I was making note of more and more improvements that they were making to the VR. And so again, here we are, version 1.0. It's regarded as the best sim racing game out there. So congratulations to Studio 397 and Motorsport Games. Just like the title says, you have persevered. In Michigan, our NFL team is the Detroit Lions, and for a lot of years, they were the NFL doormat. They were the joke of the NFL, and over the last 3 years, they have been a powerhouse. I think the Lions should have won the last 2 Super Bowls, but didn't happen. But in any case, about 3-4 years ago, general manager Brad Holmes was in the locker room with the team after a game that they had won. And he said that this franchise has endured he said this franchise has endured the darkness and it shaped us. And I don't know, maybe you could say the same thing about Studio 397 and Motorsport Games, that they endured the darkness and they made it out of the darkness. And the game is definitely in a healthy state, and I think it's going to be around for quite a while. So watching this thing grow has been a pleasure. So so I think that's about it for the mushy stuff. Let's talk about version 1.0. We got 3 new cars, the Valkyrie, the AMG Mercedes, and for those of you that already own the DLC pack that includes the BMW M4, they now have the BMW M4 EVO. Before I went live, I did try out the Valkyrie and the AMG. Pretty good. On the inside, the car kind of sounds a lot like some of the other hypercars, but on the outside, whoa, it has to be the most unique sounding car since the Mazda 787B. And so I think we should do a few laps. We will start with the Valkyrie and listen to all that goodness.
Cheese is nasty. Said. You on vacation?
Not today. No, so I'm on earlier than usual. I normally get out of work at 2:30 p.m., which I got out of work about 2 hours ago. Normally I come home and take a nap, and then I'll go live in the evening. But I've been thinking about 1.0 all day, and it's been nothing but LMU content the entire day, whether it's a stream, whether it's a video, whether it's a short. I mean, Le Mans Ultimate has dominated my timeline, And I've just been binging off watching that stuff all day from work, and just watching the positive reception that version 1.0 has gotten. So when I got out of work, I came straight home and got everything situated and decided to go live instead of taking a nap. All right, here we go. The Aston Martin. So I've got base shakers on my rig, and when the car is starting up electric, I don't feel anything. But as soon as the internal combustion engine kicks in, then I feel the rumble through my rig. All right, let's do a few practice laps. Man, it is so compact in this car. Doesn't have a... Got to do something about that steering sensitivity or the radius.
Its exit looks clear. Okay, Clay. We've got 19 minutes to get a decent lap in. The brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them.
Sure, this is what some of you wanted to hear.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 37 Celsius.
Cheese is nasty. Said. Yeah, I worked 3 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Oh! Worked that graveyard shift.
Okay, temperature's falling. It's now 15 Celsius.
This car actually feels pretty good.
Cheese is nasty. Said. You still upload videos on Growing Up a Mayweather channel?
Nah, I haven't done anything on that channel in God knows how long. I mean, the only thing I could really do with that channel is just continue to tell stories about growing up with Floyd as a kid. actually feels pretty good. So, to finish answering...
Cheese is nasty. Said. I don't understand how the same people place top 5 all the time.
That's a catchy one because some of these people, sim racing is their full-time job. I dare say that, like, with me, I'm always on the edge. I'm either at the top of the bronze or the bottom of the silver. Once in a while, I might, you know, in the middle, if I get lucky enough in a race, I might finish in the middle of the pack. Even at my age, even with my reflexes not being what they were when I was in my 20s, I do believe that if I could sim race full time, I would be a lot faster. And I think with some of these young people that are really fast, I think hand-eye coordination is just something that a lot of teenagers and young adults, is just something that happens naturally. And as you get older and you start to lose a little bit of those reflexes, like me, for instance, a lot of it is anticipation, knowing what's coming up. Well, I think some of these kids just have a natural reaction, and then if they put in the work, they're blistering fast. I mean, and people like Luke Whitehead, Henrik Gamble, I could never beat them on my, you know, even if I had some cheat files in my computer, I could still never beat them.
That's the end of the session. Pole position. Nice one.
All right, let's monkey around with the AMG, and then we'll look for a daily race. I did try the AMG before I went live, and it's got weird force feedback. You turn the wheel so far, and the force feedback feels like it drops off, and then the car feels like it feels really understeery. As the tires warm up, the range of the force feedback starts to tighten up, and you can almost start to feel it, you know, from left to right. And it's not as understeering. But maybe it's just me, but that AMG feels slow. So I'll do a lap or two with this AMG, and then we'll look for a daily race. So yeah, they changed the setup page a little bit. And like the basic, it looks like the basic stuff, they put it right at the front.
Exit's clear. Push. We've got 19 minutes to set a lap. We need to get some heat into these brakes. The track temperature's rising. It's now 20 Celsius.
With this new tire physics, at least with this car, because I haven't tried any of the other cars yet, but I will say that when you turn the wheel so far and the force feedback drops off and the car becomes understeery, you can see and feel what the car is doing, so you can kind of make corrections. It's easier to make corrections. I got caught on the edge where the rumble strips will pull the car in if you drive on them wrong. Car's definitely got good brakes though.
Clay, 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes. New fastest lap for James, 2:20.16. Sector 2 is 3.6 seconds off the pace. Just done up to 20.74. 1.5. The guy behind has just done a 221.21. The guy behind has just done a 220.93. Mind these track limits, please, Clay. The guy behind has just done a 221.18. Tyres, we need to get some heat into them. Your brake temps look good. Done a 221.06. That's the new fastest lap for James, 219.69. The guy in front has just done a 221.24. Just done a 220.74. I think you'll be out of fuel next lap, 16th place. Stop requested.
This car actually sounds pretty good. Let me turn to the main menu.
That's the end of the session, P16.
So, about 5 years ago, I saw one of those which sounds best videos. And it was between like Race Room, ACC, maybe Project Cars, I don't know. But long story short, they ran through the AMG Mercedes. And so, yeah, I heard the ACC version, the Race Room version, and a couple of others. And I thought the Race Room version of the AMG sounded best. So before I went live, I did a few laps with the AMG on this game. Then I went back and did a few laps with the AMG on Race Room. And both of them sound really great. Even the Race Room one to this day still sounds great. They both sound so good that I almost can't pick a clear-cut winner. However, though, when I dived back in the Race Room, I was shocked by, I guess I forgot how good that game looked when they overhauled the graphics. It really looks good. It's a sharp picture. It looks really good, but it still looks a little bit old. But it does look good. All right, let's look for an online race. I'm definitely curious. Let me see here. Return of the Silver Arrows. Is this a race? Darren McCormick's in here. Oh, shit. Two of my boys is in here. I don't know if I should do this race or not, though. Because I haven't had a lot of time with this car. I got 2 minutes to decide. What's the next race? What's upcoming next? GT3 fixed at Fuji. That starts in 21 minutes. So, oh, they got that thing straightened out too, where you got the beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Before this latest update, you see this EVO MS Sprint. That's European Le Mans Series. That's the intermediate race. Before this new update, everything had bronze across the middle, meaning that it sounded like anybody could enter these races. But now it looks like they got it back to where it was, where this race right here, this EVO MS Sprint Cup, you got to have at least silver safety rating, and then over here you got to have at least gold. Damn, there's 42 people. Starts in 20 minutes. You know what? I'm curious about something. Oh, they got new liveries. Yeah, they got new liveries. Fuck it. Let's holler at this red one. This is the part that I've been worried about, because under the previous tire model, I could not handle that Corvette. It would always snap loose on me in the Porsche curves and that curve before the Molson Streets. No matter what I did, trail brake, tried to feather the pedal, coasting, anything I did, the car would just snap loose for no reason. We don't need 10 laps. So let's see how this Corvette feels, because maybe I'll do this race. Ooh, that was slippery.
Exit is clear. Your brakes are cold, take it easy.
Saw a couple of frame drops.
Clear left.
That Valkyrie. Depending on what happens when we get to the Porsche curves, that's going to determine whether I do this race or not. That corner felt pretty good. The car didn't feel like it wanted to snap loose.
Yellow flag in sector 1. We think Nathan has stacked it. Green flag in sector 1. Yellow flag.
Somebody lost the wheel.
Looks like the leader has gone off in. Watch your curves. Sector 3 is clear. Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think Lucas has binned it. Yellow flag in sector 1. Green flag sector 1, P5. Sector 2 is yellow. It looks like much yellow has gone off. Sector 2 is clear.
Ooh! I was being a little bit aggressive on that one.
Incident in sector 2, yellow flag. Green flag in sector 2.
All right.
Yellow flag.
I found out what I needed to know. I think I'm going to do that race. It looks like it's probably going to be a 1 hour race.
V2.
Starts in 13 minutes. Oh, it's a 40-minute race. Hell yeah, let's do this. With 3 times the driver rank. And I think I trust the Corvette enough to do it. Wait a minute. Where's my livery? Where's my liveries at? Oh, I probably gotta assign the car again. But if it don't let me use the car, it ain't the end of the world. I'll just go with that red Corvette. Yeah, this is a 40-minute race. Tire wear is realistic, so I might be able to get through this race on 1 set of tires. Yeah, it doesn't look like any of my liveries are here. It's all good. We'll go ahead and go with that red Corvette. That's a lot of yellow on that Corvette. But this looks too common, like the cars we've seen over the past couple of years. Yeah, let's go with this red one. '82. That's a and this is a gold race. Everybody in here must have at least a gold safety rating. So I can tell you this right now, There's probably going to be some aggressive driving in this race, but I think everybody's disciplined. I don't think you're going to see a lot of I don't think you're gonna see a lot of that shit that you see in the beginners races. So we've got 10 minutes before the race starts. I am going to grab a quick snack. I'll be right back. All right. Have a look at the other daily races. LMP2, GT3. I could have done this race too. Okay, 305 people. I think the most that I've seen is probably like 777 people registered for a race with a weird number, jackpot number. One thing that I'm not seeing is a leaderboard. Yeah, I don't see a leaderboard. I can only assume that that it's probably a bug, and maybe they disabled the leaderboard until they can fix the bug. And again, it's probably what I speculated before. Maybe it's what I speculated before, that every time there's a major update and they get a new wave of gamers, drivers on this game, they may have to expand the servers or something, and they may have to disable some things until they get it sorted out. But I'm sure, like, there's no leaderboard right there, but I'm sure it'll be back in a day or two. So, but that's that's actually a little bit of a good thing, because now I don't have to go in there worried that I got to beat this time to do this and do that. I just go in there and race. So looks like we got 50 GT3s and 56 hypercars. And the split is 62 cars, so this race is definitely going to be 2 splits. So I wouldn't be surprised if I end up in split 2. Let me go through here and see if anybody else. Yeah, this Thibodeau Blasier, he's using the Corvette. Fabian Fresick, he's using the Corvette, and he's using the red one as well. So there's three people using the Corvettes. I wonder how many people are using the AMG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay. Oh shoot, I forgot to have a look at the BMW. The M4 EVO. That was another one of the new cars. Forgot to have a look at it. Oh shoot, one thing I didn't pay attention to was the weather. So thank God this ain't gonna be a wet race. All right, we got 4 minutes. Man, is there anything else I can think of while we're waiting? I did tag I tagged LeMans Ultimate. Basically Studio 397's YouTube. Their YouTube channel. I tagged them in this. And one of the things I probably should have started off with, in addition to talking about the history of Studio 397 and Motorsports Game through my eyes, I also should have pointed out that when they get, if they ever make their way around to adding historical content to LeMans Ultimate, I would love to see several cars. One would be the BMW M.2 GTE. If they decided to add that car, I would like to think all they have to do is port it from R Factor 2 and just give it just give it a new coat of wax. I would also like to see the Ford GT, the 2016 through 2017 that won its class at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Any game that has that car gets my attention, because that was my favorite GTE for the longest. The classic Group C cars, I love to see those. Most notably, the Mazda 787B, the Sauber Mercedes. I think the Jag. I think Mitsubishi had a car. So yeah, I love to see some of those cars on there. And the Mazda 787B has to be one of the most unique cars I have ever heard. And I don't think we have not had a car that sounded that unique until this Valkyrie came along. Oh, it starts in 1 minute. With the 787B, every video game that I played it on, the car definitely sounds unique on the inside and the outside, whereas the Valkyrie definitely sounds unique on the outside, but on the inside, it doesn't sound too far off from the other hypercars. So now, some of the streams that I've seen, people were kind of debating about whether the Cadillac or the Valkyrie is the best sounding hypercar now, because a lot of people agree that the Cadillac was the best sounding hypercar up until now. "20 seconds. So a good finish with this race will get me that silver. "8 minutes of quali, that's going to give you enough time to do your outlap. And then do your flying lap. It's taking a while. Hope it hasn't frozen. All right, y'all had me worried there for a second.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line. You've got cold brakes all around. Be careful. Incident in Sector 1. Yellow flag. Your exit is clear. Watch the white line. Green flag Sector 1. Two minutes to go. 2 minutes. flag in sector 2. Yellow flag, caution. It looks like EVO has gone off in Michelin chicane. Sector 2 is green. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Green flag, sector 2. Incident sector 3, yellow flag. We think that Austin has gone off. Sector 3 is green.
Red Valkyrie.
That's the end of the session. P1.
I'm in split 1 of 3. All right, let's go. Here we go.
Pit exit's clear. Okay, Clay. We've got 7 minutes to set a lap. Let's get some heat into these brakes.
Yeah, car definitely feels slippery while these tires are cold.
Clear right. Clear left. Clay, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Ignore the aero damage, it's nothing. V12. Left, 2 minutes. towards the end of the session, P11.
Lap 406.04.
Yeah, I like this new tire model. I think I can be aggressive with the car. So, I am ranked 47th, and I'm currently 19th. So, with me being 47th overall, that means that I think I'm expected to be 27th. There's 20 hypercars in here, so I think I'm expected to be 27th. So, let's put some new tires on here. Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start. Where am I at? Where am I at? Keep falling. Okay, 21st. So that should get me positive rank right there, qualifying higher than expected. What's the fastest lap time? 4 minutes. Oh my God, I'm way off of that. I did 4:06, but about 3 weeks ago, when the Corvette was like really snappy, I was able to turn in a 4:03.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
All right. 10 laps. So, I've got enough in there for 11.2. Oh shit, 11.1. I gotta make a pit stop. Because if I try to fuel save, ooh, this is gonna be an interesting race. If I try to fuel save and I run out of virtual energy before I cross that finish line, I'll get hit with a penalty. So I think I'll do 2 or 3 laps and then I'll come in. Look at that. Look at that. Did the new liveries?
Formation lap has started.
I see a EMG.
Green flag.
I got a penalty?
You have a penalty.
How?
You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty.
That's a backbreaker. Oh, everybody's got to drive through.
Yellow flag, sector 1. We can see Grasser has stacked it in, the S's. Green flag in sector 1. Sector 2, yellow flag. We think that Thomas has gone off in PlayStation chicane. Green flag, sector 2. Don't let this guy distract you. Forget about that. It'll probably just polish out.
I don't appreciate him touching me like that.
Yellow flag. Green flag in sector 3. Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think Fiore has gone off in Porsche curves. Sector 3 is now clear. Defend hard. Make them work for it.
What the fuck? got snatched in. I'm not serving that penalty because I don't want to get caught up in all that traffic with everybody coming in and out.
P16.
I'll serve it next lap.
Yellow flag, sector 2. We can see Mandel has crashed in, Lake Station chicane. We've got 2 laps to come in for this penalty. Martino is now in the lead. We think Grasser has binned it in Lake Station chicane. Green flag, sector 2. The track temperature is falling. It's now 29 Celsius. The gap behind is now 2.4. Okay, pit stop requested. Pit crew is ready. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag, sector 3. Yellow flag, sector 3. Green flag in sector 3. Flag in sector 1. It looks like one has gone off in the S's. Sector 1 is green.
Slow to Pro Sim Racing said, if you do a bit of fuel saving, you can finish this race without a pit stop.
Well, I gotta come in and serve a... There was a glitch in the game. Everybody got hit with a drive-through penalty.
Lap band in front is pitting.
Time for 14.17.
I don't know if I want to risk the fuel saving. I don't know.
Slow to Pro Sim Racing said, same DT problem happened to me earlier.
They gotta fix that.
Brakes are cold.
Yeah, they gotta fix that more sooner than later. But I will say I like this new tire model though, so I can be aggressive again.
The next car is you're reeling, you're in. The gap's now 1.8 seconds. Faster car approaching. He's racing us for position. Don't expect a blue flag. The gap to your ahead is now 2.0 seconds.
That hypercar killed any chance I had of catching that BMW.
Slow to pro sim racing. Said. These big grids are a ton of fun.
Missed that. I'll have to check it again in a second. Chopping that BMW down.
The gap to your in front is now 1.6. Yellow flag. It looks like Martinez has gone off in Indianapolis. V23. Okay, Clay, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Got greedy.
Yellow flag.
I got greedy.
Sector 2 is now green. Blocking your front going into PlayStation chicane.
I got greedy. I had his ass. I got greedy.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. The guy in front is Markovic.
Icon City said, "How's it going?"
I'm doing
Crew's
pretty
ready.
good. How about you?
Icon City
When we exit
Sir,
the pits, will be in P1
is it fun
behind
times?
Markovic.
So what?
You're being caught by the faster class cars.
I'm sorry. I'll come back to that comment in a second.
Blue flag.
When I pull into the pits, I'll come back to that comment.
Icon City said, "Fun times."
Oh yeah, fun times, absolutely. I screwed up, but I'm really enjoying this race. Because everybody in this race
We think that Mario has crashed.
has a
Green
gold
flag sector 3.
has a gold safety rating or better. So there's not gonna be a bunch of dumb shit like you'll see in the beginner races. And with this new tire model, I can be aggressive again.
It's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag. Sector 3 is now yellow. Valentin is leading the race. Blue flag.
Yee, 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 yee. He's out. He's out. He's out. Looked like all the GT3s. Wait. Yeah, I only saw 2 GT3s is out of it.
The exit's cleared. Don't cross the white line. We think that Martinez has gone off in Porsche curves. The brake temps are good. Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 3 is clear. Green flag. to Phil behind is now 9.5 seconds. Alright Clay, don't think about the lap times, just hit each and every apex. That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes, you're halfway home.
Yeah, I definitely like these new tire model physics, whatever you want to call it, because a couple of weeks ago I was terrified to use the Corvette on this track. Now I can be aggressive again.
Sector 1 is clear.
I'm actually chopping the car down in front of me. But he's so far ahead of me that I ain't gonna be able to catch him before the race is over unless he goes into the pits. I'm thinking at least one of these cars are probably gonna take a chance on fuel saving and they probably not gonna make it.
V31, behind is now 9.5 seconds. B30. Knocking your front into the first forward chicane. Yellow flag in sector 3. Green flag in sector 2. Green flag sector 3. We think Martinez has binned it. Phil is getting closer. The gap is now 2.0 seconds.
I got a flat spot. He is going to catch me.
Yellow flag. Sector 1 is yellow. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. I think P3's gone off it. Unlock chicane. Sector 3 is clear. Di Martino is now leading.
Oh, he lost the wing.
Okay, Clay, there's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag. Clear left. Run out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. The gap behind is now 2.7 seconds.
0.07.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 27 Celsius. Yellow flag, sector 2. The guy ahead is Spender. Green flag, sector 2. The gap behind is now 2.3 seconds. Sector 1 is green. Pay attention to track limits. Please, Clay. Remaining 10 minutes.
Time was a 4:06.72.
Yellow flag in Sector 2. Valentine is now leading. Sector 2 is clear. Behind is now 2.2 seconds. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Sector 2 is green.
Depending on how fast the hypercars are moving, we might end up doing an extra lap. And if we do an extra lap, there's going to be people coming in. They're either going to run out of fuel or they're going to have to come in.
Gap to Phil behind is now 30 seconds.
What happened to him?
Okay, Clay, there's a faster car bearing down on you. He's the class leader. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. Sector 1 is now green. Blue flag. Stefano ahead is pitting.
Well, that's one spot I'm going to get back.
Time 4:05.
29. 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Gap to Phil behind is now 13 seconds. Car behind's a faster class. Blue flag. Yellow flag. It looks like Fonseca has spun off.
Oh, that guy must have went into the pits to retire. Oh, no, he didn't. He's out in the pits now. He must have had serious damage, because he was in there for quite a while.
The gap behind is now 13 seconds. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Flag in sector 2, 28, 1 more to go. Yellow flag. Sector 3 is yellow. Okay, Clay. There's a faster car approaching. Green flag, Sector 2. Blue flag. Sector 3 is clear. Green flag. Clay, we just cut the track. There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag. You've got half your fuel left.
That Cadillac sounded nice going by.
Clear left.
God damn!
V28. Okay, it's over. Okay, it's stop requested.
Yeah, those hypercars spooked me because a whole bunch of them just came out of nowhere. That race was fun. So how do you back out of this? Oh, there's a close button, the replay bar. Okay, car status, track map. Not bad, not bad. All right. that everybody? Yep, that is everybody. We're all accounted for. Let's go see what we got. I think I'm actually going to lose a little bit of rank from this. If I gain rank, I'll be shocked. Oh, you know what? I don't think the results are ready yet. Nope. The results aren't ready yet. There it is. What time is it? Oh boy, do I want to see this. No, still can't see the results. Okay, well, let's see what daily races are up next. I kind of want to do that race again. That race was fun. And the, now what the hell's going on? Starts in 20 minutes. Rhett Frederick. Oh boy. Yeah, I've had several run-ins with him before. He's fast, but he's a little bit reckless. $23 cars. I really want to do this race again. Go to liveries again. You know what? I want to see something. Nope. None of my liveries are there. So I'm sure that's a bug that'll have to be worked out. All right, let's do it again. right, event starts in 18 minutes, so I'm gonna go grab a drink. Well, use the other way around. You go wee first, then grab a drink. I'll be right back, folks. All right, we got about 15 minutes. Xbon 1 Kenobi. He's using a Corvette. There's two Corvettes. 1, 2, 3. 3 AMGs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 BMWs. See, 1 McLaren. 1 Lambo. 1, 2, 3, 4 Aston Martins. So I definitely like that. There's no clear-cut dominant car that people are going with. And again, if I haven't said it, I like this new tire model, physics, whatever you want to call it. Is I trust the car now, and I can be more aggressive. With the previous tire models, I didn't have any problems with any car except the Corvette on this particular track. I could still drive. I could drive all the cars on any of the tracks, but I could not drive the Corvette on this track. So I check the other races, see who's doing what. Nope. Basically checking to see if any of my friends is in any of these other races. Now I'm not interested in that spa race. Oh, that's strictly a Valkyrie race. Okay. And then we're up to 44 people for this race. Let me see if I can check on my rank from the previous race. Oh, I lost rank. You got an arrow pointing down on the driver rank and an arrow pointing up on the safety rank. So I lost rank. It's just a matter of how much. Nope, not showing me anything. Well, let's see about this one. Yep, looks like they got a bug with the results and the rank breakdown. No sense in, I think it's no sense in me saying anything because by now there's, you know, they got so much traffic in their Discord. I'm sure they know about it by now.
Hans Cotoni said, "Just restart the game."
Okay.
Hans Cotoni said, "I had the same issue."
Ah. The race I just did, everybody got hit with a drive-through penalty. And my liveries didn't show up. Yep, there it is right there. I see the rank that I lost. You beat 16 drivers in qualifying. You lost to 20 drivers in qualifying. You beat 9. Yeah. All right, let me check something real quick. I'm going to unregister for this race and see Nope. The custom liveries still aren't there. Oh well, I'll just deal with it. So this next race, I have got to decide, do I come in for fuel again, or do I try to fuel save and ride this all the way out? Because if you run out of virtual energy, you will get hit with a penalty. Ooh, excuse me, folks. Put around for a second. Oh, I forgot. Let's see about these. Oh, that's better. Yeah, wear these glasses. They don't hurt. They don't bother me as much. Damn, a lot of AM, 1, 2, 3, 4 AMGs, a couple of Aston Martins.
Air and track temperatures are rising. Air temp is now 26. Track temperature is now 31 Celsius. Blue flag, yellow flag, sector 2. We think that Martin has stacked it in. Michelin chicane. Green flag, sector 2. The brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them.
Sector 3. We think that Marlow has spun off. Blue flag. Clear left. Green flag, sector 3. Flag sector 3. Green flag in sector 3.
Sector 1, yellow flag. We think Riviera has stacked it. Sector 1 is now green. Yellow flag in Sector 3. Green flag in Sector 3. Yellow flag Sector 3. See, Gomez has gone off in first forward chicane. That's last. Yellow flag. It looks like Ramona has gone off in Dunlop chicane. Green flag in Sector 1. Track limits, keep it within the lines. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Sector 2 is now green. Sector 3 is now clear. Yellow flag, watch out.
All right, looks like everybody's clearing out to get ready for the race. Uh-oh! Hescatoni is in here. He's in the hypercar. And he's still silver, too. Top ranked guys using the Cadillac. A couple Astons, 3 Ferraris, 5 Ferraris, 6 Ferraris, 10 Ferraris, 12. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 9, 10 AMGs. Holy moly. Oh, the event's underway. Let's go.
That's the end of the session. P3.
Split 1 of 2. No doubt, and Hescatoni should be in here. Because if he's silver, he should be in here. So coming into this session, okay, so he's ranked 16th coming into this session. You know what? Let me watch him. Where is he?
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes. Air temperature's increasing. It's now 28 Celsius.
He's still in the, okay, he's in the pits, no wonder. So now, how do you get back inside the car? That sounded good. Backfire.
That's the end of the session, P8.
Oh, you went back into the pits, okay. All right, let's go.
Exit looks clear. We have 7 minutes to do the business. The brakes are cold, be careful.
adjust that seat. I don't like sitting that far back.
Okay, Clay, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. Pit crew's ready. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. That's the end of the session. V12.
Lap 4:05.41.
A lot of cars out there behind me, so that 405 is going to keep getting knocked down. Two laps. Still one. One. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still 5 more cars out there behind me. All right, I got beat out by somebody. The hypercars that's turning in laps keep knocking me further and further down.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Now it's 10.9 laps. Now it's showing 11.2, 11.1.
Hole in Dan's sock. Said, good to see y'all.
Same to you, Dan Sock. This is going to be a risky move. This is going to be a really risky move.
Formation lap has started.
Let's see if it gives everybody a drive-through again.
Let's go.
Yeah, everybody got a drive-through again.
You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. It looks like Watkins and Newman have spun off in Dunlop curve. Sector 1 is clear. Netto is now in the lead. Sector 2 is now yellow. Sector 2 is clear. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. We think Philippa and Prince have binned it in PlayStation chicane. Green flag Sector 2. Left side to your left. flag in Sector 3.
We can see Frederick has crashed in Porsche Kurtz.
Sector 3 is green.
Scared he was going to come out with me out there.
Yellow flag, caution. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. Green flag in Sector 3. Green flag in Sector 1. Sector 3 is now yellow. Yellow flag, Sector 1, E7.
We think that Philip Up has binned it in the S's.
Sector 2 is now yellow.
We think Daniel has crashed.
Sector 1 is green. We need to come in for this penalty in the next 2 laps.
Alright, Clay, the next car is Luigi.
Sector 3. Sector 2 is now green.
Keep searching, you'll find a gap.
Yellow flag, Sector 2. Green flag in Sector 2.
We think that Brewster has crashed in PlayStation chicane.
Come on.
Okay, Clive,
Said,
keep an eye on the pressure.
You downgraded to Q3.
Well, my Quest, simply put, my Quest Pro kept disconnecting on me. I can't trust it anymore. This Quest 3 has not let me down.
Yellow flag, Sector 3. Green flag, Sector 3.
It looks like Max has gone off.
Incident Sector 3, yellow flag. Sector 3 is green. Yellow flag in sector 1. Okay, Clay. The next car is Luigi. Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think Koi has gone off in Porsche curves. Yellow flag sector 2. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. E5. Green flag in sector 2. The pit window is now open. You still have a penalty. You need to pit to refuel by lap 11. The guy in front is Pedro. There's a faster car behind. He's on our lap. We're not going to get a blue flag. Right side's clear. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. Okay, pit stop requested. Ready.
Viking Racer said, Crook 3D is spinning people at Fuji.
Oh shit.
There's a faster car behind. We're racing them for position so there'll be no blue flag. Flag sector 1. The leader, Neto, is pitting. Marquez is leading the race. Pedro ahead is pitting. Jeffrey behind is pitting. 3. There's traffic behind. Incident in sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Your part is completed. Flag sector 2. Clear left. Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Sector 3 is now clear. Car clear right. The next car is Luigi. Past the car behind. Tiny bit of aero damage there. You probably won't even feel it. Keep your exit speeds up. They're quicker than us entering Dunlop chicane. Yellow flag. Green flag in Sector 3. Sector 1 is yellow.
Man, what the fuck are you doing? You're trying to force me into the wall.
Sector 1 is green. There's a plastic car approaching. They're on our lap, so there'll be no blue flag. We'll be warned about track limits. Julian is leading the race. Stay close, wait for him to make a mistake. Sector 3 is clear. Sector 3 is yellow. It looks like Max has binned it. Green flag, Sector 3. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Clear left. We can see Harper has binned it in PlayStation chicane. The next car is Riviera. caught by the faster class. Blue flag. Air temperature's decreasing. It's now 25 Celsius. Car right side's clear. It looks like Tyen has stepped it in, PlayStation chicane, yellow flag. We think Luigi has gone off. Sector 1 is yellow. Okay, Clay, we're halfway home. 20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes car left. Green clear left.
What the fuck are you flashing me for when you try to dive underneath me and already gave me damage? You've been trying to dive underneath me this whole race, and you want to flash me because I decided to fight back.
The outer P9 behind is increasing. It's now 0.6. There's a faster class car behind. Blue flag. Clear left. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Sector 2 is green, 8th place. Sector 1 is now green. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. Sector 1 is clear. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 28 Celsius. Alright, Clay, there's a faster car approaching. Yellow flag, caution. I think P6 has binned it in, PlayStation chicane. Blue flag. Clear left. Clear left. Clear right.
Oof! Glad we survived that. They picked the worst time to come by.
There's a group of faster cars behind. They're racing for position. We've just had a warning for cutting the track. We think that K has binned it. Green flag Sector 3. Okay, Clay, you've got half your fuel left. Blue flag. The gap to Ribeiro ahead is now 4.4 seconds. Blue flag. Yellow flag. Sector 3 is green. We think that Cruz has spun off. Sector 3 is yellow. Blue flag. There's a faster car approaching. We can see K has gone off in Indianapolis.
No! I thought he was about to pull back out on the track.
Sector 3 is clear. 15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go. Clear left.
What the? Oh my God. Car got sucked in.
There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you. The gap to E9 behind is now 3.4 seconds. Okay, Clay, halfway home. Fuel looks good. Right side's clear. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. We think Rice has stacked it. Faster car approaching. Sector 3 is yellow. Okay, Clay, the next car is Pedro. We think that Philippa has gone off in Porsche Curse. Sector 3 is now clear. The gap to 6th place in front is now 3.8 seconds. The car behind's a faster class. Right side's clear.
I lost time having to slow down for that hypercar. The cars that are in front of me, I got the pace to catch them. These hypercars is messing up everything.
There's a group of faster cars behind. Keep it within the track limits. Gap to Pedro ahead is now 3.0. Yellow flag. Alright, Clay, there's a faster class car approaching. E7. 10 minutes to go, that's 10 minutes left. There's a faster class car behind. Okay, Clay, you're reeling. Pedro in. The gap is now 1.6 seconds. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. Green flag, Sector 2. It looks like Hansen has gone off in PlayStation chicane. Sector 3 is now yellow. We think that Silver has binned it. Clear left. Well done. Nice front now. We think Neto has gone off in Indianapolis. The driver in front of us is Riviera. Green flag in Sector 3. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. It looks like Derrick has gone off in Porsche curves. The gap to Pedro behind is increasing. It's now 1.1. Green flag in Sector 3. Green flag in Sector 1. Alright Clay, there's a faster car approaching. The gap in front is now 4 seconds, P6. That lap was a 4:04.1. Okay, it's stop requested. Crew is ready.
Lost time fiddling around with that car.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Yellow flag in sector 3. Green flag in sector 2. Green flag in sector 3. To go, 5 minutes left. When we exit the pits, we should be in P30, a few seconds behind Harper. Past the car behind. They're racing us for position. There'll be no blue flag. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Clay. Clear right. Yellow flag. Watch out. Fast car approaching. They're racing us for position. Don't expect any blue flags. We think Schumacher has crashed in PlayStation chicane. Sector 2 is now green. is Rysen. Right side, clear right. Car behind. The gap ahead is now 0.20. There's a group of faster cars behind.
I might end up paying for this. If it says one more lap, I'm screwed.
4. Okay, that's the end. Good finish, mate. Well done.
I had to fuel save that final lap. Coasting, and whenever I had a situation where I go down in first gear, I was putting it in neutral. Coast around corners. Whew. Did finish 4th though in my class, so maybe this'll be enough rank to get me back to silver. That was fun. That was fun. Hold on, anybody still out there? Nope, everybody's accounted for. Back to silver, baby! Look at that! 51%! I've never seen anything like that. We are back to silver, baby! And we are back big time. 51%! I've never, ever, ever seen that before. Ooh, baby, baby, baby! I don't want to clap too loud in the mic, but... Oh, baby, baby! Oh, baby! Ah. Shit, I might do this race all week so I can get the silver too. I almost made it to silver too about...
Hans Catoni said, nice, bro.
You see that, Catoni? 51.2%. I've never, ever... The most I ever got before that, I think, was like 17%. 51%? I'm telling you, this race is why I wanted to use the Corvette a couple of weeks ago, but I was scared to use it because the previous tire model, the Corvette, was snapping loose for no reason. But this is why I used the Corvette and the GT3 on this particular track. That Corvette got some straight line speed. You seen how I was walking people down? That is what I'm talking about. I'm over the moon. I'm going to bed on a...
Hans Catoni said, 51 is crazy.
Absolutely. Shit, I'm going to end this one on a high note, and I'm definitely going to do this race some more this week, because I got the pace to run down some of these people. And then the Corvette, you know, is a pretty good car for these long stretches. Plus, I was being super aggressive. I had to do a lot of trail braking with that car because if you don't, it will understeer. Man, I can't believe it. 51%. See if Crook is still alive. Nah, but shit, he did a 5.5 hour stream.
Gaming Legends said, clapping hands, clapping hands, clapping hands.
Gaming Legends, thank you so much. And again, Gaming Legends, thank you so much for your support through the years. I really, really appreciate it. Oh my Lord. Let me see if the leaderboards are working again. Nope, no leaderboards. I don't need a leaderboard. I went in there and did what I had to do. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ooh. Ooh. Absolutely ecstatic. All right. I am going to grab a bite. Food. Grab a protein drink, and I am going to stretch out and watch YouTubers, watch the other YouTubers that are doing LeMans Ultimate, because I love watching the streams just as much as streaming myself. So yeah, I'm chilling. We're gonna end this one on a high note. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure which day I'll be back this week, but I do know that I will be back this week. Because at some point over these next 3 days, I got to get one of my cars towed, so I can get some repairs done on it. So, but thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Until the next time, you all know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you soon.